Well, next tonight, anger is growing among NHS staff in our region over their proposed pay rise from the government. They've been offered 3%, but it's now been confirmed that money must come out of the existing NHS budget.
Health unions have called the rise insulting and are preparing to ask their members whether they should consider industrial action. With more on this, here's James Webster.
NHS workers have endured some of the toughest months the service has ever experienced. The exhausted staff were hoping for their pay offer to recognise that work. Many, including this nurse from Chesterfield, say this offer falls a long way short. What's your initial reaction to the 3% offer?
Absolute anger, frustration and disappointment. Yet again, despite the last 18 months, we've given blood, sweat and tears, and unfortunately in some cases we've given our lives. To be rewarded with 3% I think is absolutely criminal. I think it's disgusting. If a pay rise wasn't justified now, after 18 months of dealing with a pandemic, when will it ever be?
Although the proposed pay offer is 3%, the highest forecast suggests the CPI rate of inflation could reach 3.5% later this year. If so, unions argue, it could mean a real terms pay cut for workers.
At least 2/3 of people are talking about retiring early, and the two main reasons are because of the inappropriate low pay and their inability to have enough staff to deliver safe care.
The recommended increase follows months of campaigning by healthcare staff, including this petition being handed in at Downing Street earlier this week. But the government has now confirmed there will be no extra money, and the rise will have to be found from the existing NHS budget.
3% sounds that it's not very generous, but when you consider what we've gone through as an economy, we spent £350 billion supporting the economy. Many people in the private sector have lost their jobs. The 3% I think is a reasonable figure.
Speaking to people outside Chesterfield Royal, many support a larger increase.
No, 3%'s not enough, is it?
No, I don't think it is fair. I think they've done tremendous work this year with pandemic. I think they deserve more.
Well, it'll be at least 10%, because I've been in that hospital with bowel cancer, and they looked after me, and they worth the money in gold.
There is the potential for this disagreement to escalate. Two healthcare unions say they'll ask their members whether they'll consider industrial action.
I would like to see it closer to 8%. I know the Royal College of Nurses want it at 12.5%, and that would be great. But I don't think it reflects the work the NHS have done.
The pandemic has left many in the health service in militant mood. 3% for them is too little, too late. James Webster, ITV News, Chesterfield.